Hi, welcome to this tutorial on how to create a very simple keylogger that sends the keystrokes to your server via the Tor network. To begin with, we're going to create the basic keylogger structure and we're going to build from that. First, we'll write the basic Windows message loop to keep our program running. Now we have to define the function that will be called every time a key is pressed in our computer. Next, we have to set a low-level keyboard hook. That will tell Windows to call our function that we just defined every time a new keyboard input event is received. Inside our callback function, we have to first check if we are getting a keydown event, and in such a case, we have to get the keyboard state and translate the keyboard input into an ASCII character. In a more developed application, we could check whether the keyboard input is a special key and have the keylogger write the actual name of the key, like Ctrl, Shift, Alt, etc. But in this case, we won't bother. So we can test it now to see how it works. Our keylogger seems to be working just fine. And at that point, we have to enable networking because we want our keylogger to send the characters through Tor as they are being typed. Tor has to be, of course, running in the target machine with its SOCKS proxy enabled. We'll be connecting to the SOCKS proxy at local port 9050 because that's the default Tor listening port. Of course, that might change if you have a different configuration. Take into account that I won't be error checking, I won't be trying to reconnect or anything like that. This is a very simple program. I'm just showing you how to do that in the smallest code possible. Here I'm just implementing the simplest version of the SOCKS 5 protocol. 510 basically means that I want to use SOCKS 5 protocol with no authentication. You can check that out in the documentation. At that point, we need our onion address, but because we still don't have it, we'll just use a placeholder. We assume now that we have successfully connected to Tor SOCKS proxy because we are not error checking, and we proceed to send our next command. "5103" means that we want to use SOCKS 5 protocol and we want to establish a TCP/IP stream connection to a provided domain name. Next, we have to append the onion address and port to our request. We'll be using port 2000, but you can use whatever you want. Our next step is to set up the Tor hidden service. I'll be doing that in a Ubuntu virtual machine because it's better to have the server and the target in different machines. I'll start by installing Tor. We have to edit the Tor.rc configuration file. We'll set up our hidden service. Hidden service, keylogger at port 2000. And there was a problem with the socks server. We don't need sock server, so it's alright. Okay, we need to claim ownership. Now it's working and our hidden service is set up. If we go to hostname, we'll see that's our Tor address. Now we'll run Tor. And here netcat, the simple listening at port 2000. We are ready to try it, but before I should fix those two autocomplete errors that I didn't see before. And of course we have to send the characters as they are being typed. So we are ready. Let's try it now. Let's open Notepad. Now, if we go to Ubuntu, you'll see that we are receiving the keystrokes as they are being typed. The fact that the server and the client are in the same local network has nothing to do with it. Those letters are probably traveling thousands of kilometers and back to my home. So that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. And if you have any questions, you can ask them down below.